Hi, my friends from far away and nearby. I am so happy to be here and be part of this beautiful day and group of lovely people, light workers from all over the world who are joined in our desire to help children and adults connect to Mother Earth, express our love for the planet we are so fortunate to be living on and with. And joining forces to also tuning into this appreciation that we have for being alive right now, right here. I am Gitte Winter Gravgaard and I'm sending to you from Denmark in my favorite office in my forest. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. And as I talk about how meditation opens up to our creativity, I couldn't think of a better place to be than in nature. Sitting up against a tree, feeling the air on my skin, a little sun in my face, and knowing that water is nearby. The four elements, fire, water, earth, and air, are very much part of my life, both as an author, telling stories to children, but also for me as how I create my books, and also as a coach and a mentor to other clients, other light workers who are here on dear missions to help other beings feel better and thrive on this beautiful planet. I also teach about the four elements in how we create books and workshops and products. So in my authorship, I also write about the elements, and I've brought two books today. This is the first one about the Love Mountain in my heart, the children's meditations in my heart. Helps a lot of children sleep, so we meditate with them before they sleep to focus less on the brain and more on the heart and the body. By going into this mountain and finding our hearts and filling ourselves up with love, it becomes much easier to fall asleep. And then this one, which I'm going to talk about today, is called The Valley of Hearts, also meditations for children. And it will soon be published in English in 5 booklets, where the first one will be called Meet Eagle Feather and Find Your Way to Your Inner Valley. And that is actually what I want to talk to you about today. I just want to show him to you so you can recognize him. This is Eagle Feather. Whoa. Here we go. And he is the wise chief of the Valley of Hearts. So you see him here. And he brings children to the valley in a meditation. And the valley is deep down in our stomachs, in our tummies. And they arrive in the valley, and then he shows them either to the waterfall, the clear cascade, into the deep meadow. He shows them the flame dancer's fire. Or if they're lucky, they also get to fly on Rocky, the eagle, who takes them up to the mild winds. So in 5 different booklets, you get to work with either of the elements. And if you want to create a letter, a rainbow letter to Mother Earth, you basically tap into all 4 elements. So when you are listening to Chrysula or some of the other mentors, ambassadors in this group speak during this summit or this day or other events, you might feel passionate about this project. You might feel that you really want to be part of it. Maybe you want to write a rainbow letter to Mother Earth. That is how we, who are already part of this project, have united. Chrysula voicing a deep desire to create this project, and a lot of us feeling that it resonates really well in our hearts and in our missions. So the first element you tap into is then fire. So passion is fire. So you feel the project within you, and you've been drawn towards the fire of this beautiful day. And then you might start to think about what do I then want to write? And the meditation I will do with you today might help you get some ideas to what you want to write about. And when you get an idea, it's the element of air. So it's a creative element where you might look up into the sky and reflect upon what you want to write about or draw or create as being part of this beautiful, beautiful, amazing project, Rainbow Letters to Mother Earth. You might begin to see some combinations. You might see that Chrysula is using the letters from Rainbow, or she's using the chakras or the colors or something like that to create this whole beautiful day. You might get some ideas from her way of structuring her ideas, our ideas. You might look into Kate's beautiful drawing of the planet, and you might get some ideas from just looking at the planet. There are so many ways to become more creative. So that's when you get the ideas of what you want to write about or draw or create. That's the element of air. And then we have to do it. We have to actually sit down and write it or draw or create. Then we need earth. And sitting in the forest and creating this video for you. Actually, I've been thinking for a long time that I was ready to talk to you, but actually sitting down and recording now is then the element of earth. That's when we actually create the desires we have and bring the ideas that we have thought about to life. Then we need the element of earth. So I like to be in nature when I actually create. And then once we have created the letter and we have maybe even proofread it, or we have looked at the different way we've been coloring and optimized and edited and everything is done, we need to send it. The letter is being sent both in energy to Mother Earth as a ritual to say thank you to Mother Earth. There are many ways you can send off different products with your energy, as well as you actually go over and mail a letter. You also work a lot with your energy. What is your intention behind sending the letter? So in this case, there are different ways of handling over your letter to Chrysula and this group, your rainbow letter to Mother Earth. And you can read much more about how you create a letter on the webpage. When you hand over your rainbow letter to Mother Earth, you work with your water element. It becomes a flow, a move. You move the letter from one hand to another. And in this case, Chrysula has created a very global perspective to this whole project. So you can have the intention of actually sharing your letter globally with lots of children and lots of adults. So that's all about the element of water. That's creating flow, movement. So what I thought about doing today was to initiate you creating from all 4 elements. And if you know about the chakras, if you're already familiar with the chakras, we also have the 4 lowest chakras are also connected to the elements. And that's also nice to know and very important to work with when you begin to understand more about energy. So the lowest chakra, the root chakra, is connected to the element of earth. The hara is just below the belly, is connected to the element of water. And the solar plexus is connected to the element of fire. And the heart is connected to the element of air. So I'm going to share with you a little secret, what happens often when I meditate, and especially when it's more over in this type of meditation where I work a lot with my love and my love for my children, or my love for Mother Earth, or my love for the rainbow, or my love for myself, my love for my tribe, my love for the projects I create. Then I work a lot with love and appreciation, and I open up my heart chakra. So when I work with heart meditation, as I do most often, both with children and for myself, I often get distracted from the many ideas that come in when I open my heart. And that's because the heart is connected to the element of air. So most often when I am in deep meditation, I have a phase where I really have to concentrate of not waking up from the meditation or moving on from the meditation, because I get so many ideas and I want to craft them. I want to write them down. I want to take notes. I want to start producing. I want to move on to the earth element. So I'm passionate about something. I get the ideas and then I want to create that book or write that book. Or so I try to just stay in my earth element, stay calm, stay grounded, and continue the meditation despite all these ideas. So that's my biggest challenge when I meditate. So why don't we try it? I'm going to lead you to the Valley of Hearts, and I'm going to show you around in the valley, and I'm going to do it in a way that when you come out of the meditation, you might be ready to create your rainbow letter to Mother Earth. Do you want to come? So come with me to the Valley of Hearts. Start by concentrating on your breathing. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose if you can, or out through your mouth. And try to breathe down, deep down into your stomach. Not only a shallow breathing up in your lungs, but all the way down into your stomach. And when you're ready, you can close your eyes. And sometimes I imagine that I can follow my breath all the way down through my throat and into my lungs, and then all the way down into my stomach. And then I say that deep down inside my tummy, I can reach the Valley of Hearts. So try if you can breathe all the way down, maybe put a hand on your lower tummy, stomach, and then see when the hand moves, then you're breathing all the way down into your valley, the Valley of Hearts. And then imagine that you're standing in this beautiful deep meadow, surrounded by the most amazing mountains you ever saw, the Love Mountains. It's a beautiful sunny day. You have bare feet in the grass and the temperature is just like you love it. You see a big river running down the valley. Beautiful clear water coming from the snow that has melted on top of the Love Mountains. And then you see that on the other side of the river, you see some tents, teepee tents. And you also see a tall, beautiful man standing just next to the tents. This is Eagle Feather, the chief of the village in the Valley of Hearts, and he's here to greet you and greets every child and adult that comes to the valley, because we are all his friends. And he's here to show us around in our inner valley. So see if you can feel him or maybe see him. And then when you're ready, you can see there are some rocks, big rocks in the river, and it is leading you towards him. So you can jump on the rocks to go closer to Eagle Feather and the village, the tents. And the rocks are flattened on the top because so many children have been here before you, so they are leading the way for you by creating flat rocks that you can jump on. easily. And when Eagle Feather sees you, he is so excited because he really, really likes you. And he is excited for you because you get to know about the four elements in this valley, this inner valley of yours. Hello, my friend, he says, can I show you the first element, the flame dancer's fire? And he takes you to the village and you see a very amazing, beautiful fire. And you see children sitting around it. They were actually cleansing their energy. As we are on a tour, we stand next to them and we look at the fire. And he asks us about how we feel about this planet of ours, Mother Earth. What is your feelings of Mother Earth? And are you grateful for the planet? What kind of appreciation do you have for the planet? Are you passionate about this planet? So feel into your passion for Mother Earth. And a lot of us really feel that it's time to really protect Mother Earth and create some changes that will make her breathe better, cleanse the surface, cleanse the oceans, take better care of her animals, take better care of her people, her children, her older people. So when you think about Mother Earth and you look into this beautiful, amazing fire, what are the thoughts that come to your mind? And if you look up into the sky, you can see some eagles flying high up in the sky. It's Rocky, the eagle, who is a helper in this valley, and he helps children get new perspective and see things from a different perspective when we feel stuck. But he can also give us ideas. So as Rocky is flying high in the sky on the mild winds, we can look up into the sky and we can get ideas of how we want to express how we feel about Mother Earth. So would you feel like writing a letter to her? Do you feel like creating a drawing? How do you feel? What do you want to craft? What kind of ideas? How could you actually tell Mother Earth about your love, passion, desire, wishes, appreciation for her? Get some ideas to what you want to create by looking up into the sky and watching Rocky fly up there. And then imagine that you go over to the deep meadow and you create a little workplace for yourself. Maybe you have a blanket you sit on, maybe you have a table and a chair, maybe you have a little workplace, a little laboratory. Maybe you have animals around you. You can create just the kind of workplace you want with whatever you want to craft and whatever you need to craft. All the little different things you need right now is present here on the deep meadow for you to just create. So when you see yourself actually drafting the letter or crafting or drawing or whatever you see yourself doing, what do you need? What kind of tools do you need? What kind of material do you need? And see with what ease you actually create this, because you have your fire and you have your air, and now you're working on the deep meadow to actually help you create your idea. So maybe you get a message of what you need in order to create what you want to create. And then when you look up, you see on the deep meadow that there are lots of children in the Valley of Hearts, and there are many different children from all over the world in all ages, in all colorful skins, and tall and short, and every child is welcome here, and every child has a contribution. Every child is a child of planet Earth, Mother Earth, and we are all in this together. No one is different here. Everybody has a letter to a rainbow letter to Mother Earth inside. So you see all these children, and then you decide that you want to share what you have created. So you walk over to one of these children and you share whatever you have created with that child, and that child shares what he or she has created with you. So you create a movement, you exchange your letters, and you see a lot of children doing this. And then you learn from each other. You see what they have created, and you get new ideas. You might want to change your letter because you get new ideas. You might want to look more into what you're passionate about. You see animals, you see plants and trees and oceans and mountains. You have everything you need right here. And you have the exchange of a letter. And that is what is so beautiful about a rainbow letter, is that there is someone who has created it and someone who is receiving it. And sometimes we get to send our letters to a lot of people. So you set an intention that what you create will actually have a movement in it and will exchange hands. So now I see all these children walking around and sharing their rainbow letters to Mother Earth with each other, what they have created. And when you're ready, you can come out of this little mini meditation. Just breathe and move your body a bit around. And maybe you are now ready to actually do it in those steps that I have just shown you. This is what meditation can do for creativity. So I wish you a lot of joy with the rest of the day and with creating your rainbow letters of Mother Earth. And I can't wait to see it, read it, watch it, feel it, whatever it is that you create. Thank you.